Hello, and welcome to the Ask the Pastor video podcast. I'm Kent Bertrand, pastor of the Bridge Church in Gilbert, Arizona. The purpose of this podcast is to answer some of the most important and interesting questions that you have about the Christian faith. I remind you at the beginning of this podcast, as I always do, that it is never the job of me or any other pastor or spiritual leader to think for you. It is the job of any pastor or spiritual leader to encourage you to read the Bible and consider what they say so that you can, in the power of the Spirit, think for yourself. Please think about what I'm saying today and interact with it. Come to our Facebook page at Bridge Church Arizona and come to our wall and write your thoughts, either positive or negative, as well as give us ideas for future editions of podcasts. Today's question involves picking an English translation of the Bible. How do you do that, and how do you select, and what versions do I use? What English Bible translations do I use personally? Well, I'm not going to give you on this podcast the actual translations that I use in my own life, but if you go to Bridge Church Arizona after this podcast, you'll find all of them listed there. But what I'm going to give you is some of the questions that I would ask, and I would ask you to consider when selecting an English translation of the Bible. Just to back up a minute, the Bible is split into two testaments, the Old Testament and the New Testament. 66 books total. The first 39 books are the Old Testament. They're in Hebrew. In fact, at the Bridge, I prefer to call the Old Testament the Hebrew Bible because that's what it is. Parts of it are written in Aramaic, a very small portion, but the vast majority of it is written in Hebrew. The New Testament, 27 books, are written in Greek. So whenever we have an English translation, we're doing just that. We're taking the Hebrew and the Greek and we're bringing it into the English. So how do we decide which translation to use? There are many different ones out there. First question is, I would just ask, how good and reliable are the people that translated it? Right? The question is whether it's translated by one person or many people, and those people who translated it, do they know Greek and Hebrew, and do they understand language in terms of being able to translate it? You can usually find this out by taking a look at the front of your Bible. They often will have the translators listed right there. If they don't, they'll usually have the name of the organization or foundation that helped put it together, and usually through a little work on Google, you can find out the people who did translate it. That's very important because, as you'll see when you go to Bridge Church Arizona, I think there's many good translations, but there's also some that I wouldn't personally support. You want a translation that one way or another is reliable. Now understand there are different philosophies behind translation. Some just literally try to go word by word as much as possible and translate. Others try to take a sentence or even just an idea and translate it over as clearly as possible. Different translators are going to do it different ways, but know that regardless of which way they do it, you definitely want someone who understands the language, or committees that understand the language and what they're doing. So that's the first thing. Second thing I'd ask you is, what are you going to use it for? I use more than one English translation of the Bible in my life, and it depends on what I'm doing. Generally, I'm doing one of three things when I'm using a Bible. One is I'm doing some personal, in-depth study, at which point I use more of a translation that is kind of word for word. Sometimes I'm just doing free reading of the Bible, like I read through the one-year Bible in the evening. When I do that, I use a translation that is much more kind of phrase by phrase, sort of thought by thought in its approach. And I also, as a pastor, use the Bible in teaching. And there, I use a translation that kind of comes in the middle between both those ends. So for me, there's three different ways I use the Bible. And for you, there maybe you're not a pastor, so you're not teaching from it, but maybe both those things. You want to read through the Bible in general, and you want to kind of do some in-depth study. I would encourage you that there are different translations that are better for each of those roles. Third thing is just a real practical one. What's used in the people around you? I mean, if you're going to a church, a healthy church, they probably use one translation of the Bible more than others. If it's a good translation, then I encourage you to use that one so that it makes sense when your pastor or your leader is teaching, or when you're in a small group. Really, the most important thing, more than any of these, is that you're reading the Bible. I mean, no matter how good the translation is, it doesn't help you if it's just sitting on your shelf. I want you as a pastor to have a translation of the Bible that you're comfortable with and that you're learning from and that you're encouraged to read to continue to learn more about God. If you have that, then there's a number of translations you can use. So consider who translated it. Consider what you're using it for, and consider what's being used around you. And most importantly, consider what you will use to grow in your relationship with God. For more details and to get the translations that I specifically use, log on to my Facebook page, Bridge Church Arizona, and check it out there. Feel free again to leave your comments, positive or negative, as well as ideas for another podcast. For the Bridge Church, I'm Ken Bertrand. Thank you and God bless.